It is easy being a victim. Real talk. Having a victim mentality means giving responsibility to everything around us. It means displacing all responsibility to our surroundings, to our circumstances, to everything that's external to us. It is never our fault. It is never on us. Everything else is influencing us. We have no control. That is what I mean by the victim mentality. And no, I'm not saying that. Let's not have empathy and compassion for people, because we all go through things. And obviously, there are terrible things that happen in this world. There are terrible things that happen to good people all the time. Horrible, horrible things that nobody should go through. I'm not saying don't listen to people who want to share their experiences, who want to share their hardships, who want to share the pain they're in. This is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the mindset and the attitude. We all know people who are like this. We all know people who cannot look at themselves, who have to always blame externally around them. Anything that happens in their life, it's someone else's fault. Anything that happens in their life, and it's boo-hoo, look at me, poor me, everything's about me. It's like the most selfish thing in a way. And it's easy because you don't have to do anything. It's not our responsibility to take care of. It's whatever happened to us. It's very low vibe. And that's why it's easy, because it's a lot easier staying down here than going up there into empowerment. It's easy because the patterns and the behaviors and the thoughts that we got as children, that we got when we were younger, that was programmed into us, it's automatic. It comes from the subconscious. It comes from patterns. It comes from things that are ingrained in us, that the matrix has implanted into us. While on the other side, when we are taking full responsibility of ourselves and getting out of the victim mindset, getting out of the victim mentality, taking supreme ownership of our world, of ourselves, it means reprogramming and relearning the things that are deeply ingrained in us. That takes a lot of effort, right? A lot of energy. We use energy to change it. It takes effort. It takes a lot of grit. It takes looking at our own selves and taking responsibility for our shortcomings. It doesn't mean that bad things don't happen to us. We're allowed these bad days. We're allowed these bad circumstances. We're allowed to have these things. But rather, it's taking that situation, taking what's bad and what's happening, and alchemizing it, seeing the lesson that we're going to learn, seeing the positive of it. And if there's no positive, maybe down the line, we will realize the lesson. And let's say we have these negative emotions. Let's say that we feel angry, depressed, sad. All of that can be transformed. It can be transmuted. There's a process that we have to go through, of course. But we take ownership of those feelings. We don't sit back and cry about it. Taking that ownership is a difficult path. It takes a lot more energy. That's why I say being a victim is easy. Is it a hard life? Yes. I would argue it's a harder life long term, because that means we're not going to live to our fullest potential. It means that what happens to us is, oh well, we can't do anything about it, or that there's always going to be something going on, that there's always going to be a situation that puts us in a bad spot, that there's always going to be people that want to take advantage of us. It's seeing things in this negative light that makes life difficult. Yet ironically, it's the easiest thing because it's the lowest effort. It's the lowest amount of resistance. But changing that is so powerful. Once we start relearning these things, reprogramming ourselves into this new identity, into this new, better version of ourselves, is when things start to become more automatic. Whenever we make mistakes, or others hurt us, or our car breaks down, or whatever it is, it's not like oh man, the world's against me, boo-hoo, please feel sorry for me, someone save me. No. Rather, we take that opportunity. All right, my car broke down. Maybe I'm short money. I can figure this out. This is like a challenge that I can use. Maybe I can learn how to work on my own car. Maybe this is a new lesson that I can learn. Maybe this is a new skill set that I can have. And then now I could help others because now I learned it myself. Or now in the future, I'll know what to do. I won't have this problem again. And boom, we've just turned that into a positive. We just alchemized something that's potentially negative into something positive, into something that's going to work for us. Look, I want to make this clear. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have compassion, all right? That we shouldn't be understanding. We're not complete cold assholes out here, because there are people that do go into that extreme. There are people that are so full of ego that whenever someone says anything like, oh, I went through this or that, they completely say, oh, well, get over it. It's too bad. They lack the empathy. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying. People go through horrible things, traumatic things, things that take effort to undo. What I'm challenging and what I'm asking and what I'm saying, inviting people to do, is rather to gain the awareness of that. Because being in this victim mode does not help you. I say this with love. I say it because I care. I say it because I know it can change anyone's life. It's from a state of no power to empowerment. It sounds scary at first to take ultimate responsibility, because at the end of the day, wow, it's all our faults, right? And what if we come short? What do we do then? How do we deal with that? What I say to that is, while it is scary to take ultimate responsibility for ourselves, it's one of the most beautiful things you could have. Imagine being in control of your life. Maybe there are things that can go wrong. No, there are things that will go wrong. There are things that we will do wrong. We will fail. But guess what? It's because we have ownership of our life. But guess what? It also means we are the people who can fix it. We are the people who can make it better. We can build our empire with our bare hands. And Rome wasn't built in a day. While it's a cliche, it's trite, it's completely true. It takes a while to build these things, but it's definitely the best damn thing you can do. Of course, there are things that are out of control, but when we're able to take what we can control and do the most out of it, that's a beautiful feeling. It's amazing. So yeah, let's practice empathy. Let's practice compassion. Let's look at our own brothers and sisters' pain and feel it with them, but also to push, to change, to transform that. Because I think it's the most loving thing that someone could do, to challenge you. Of course, this is more of a masculine trait. It's a masculine thing. Masculine people grow from challenge. And it comes from love. It comes from a place of care. Because in the long term, being challenged, being told this mindset is hurting you, this perspective is hurting you, it's because there's something better. There's something that's going to be so much more fulfilling, so much more transformative, so much more purposeful that can be had. And it's anybody's, it's up for grabs to process. So please understand that me criticizing this victim mentality, this mindset, does not come from a place of hate, does not come from a place of ego, but rather from a place of care. So I invite everyone to challenge their preconceptions, to challenge their thought processes, to gain some awareness. Because I catch myself still. I catch myself to this day doing the same thing, thinking the same ways that I did 5, 10 years ago. It's not something that changes overnight. It takes time, and that's okay. And let's be mindful, right? Some people, they're not going to change. I bet we can think of someone who we know is like this, and we're just like, oh, we want to shake them awake, right? Maybe instead, let's come at them with love, not so much criticism. Let's understand, maybe they have a more feminine type of energy, right? Or maybe they still haven't grown to that level where they can just take the direct criticism and actually grow from it, right? A lot of us masculine men can take it, the criticism. We're like, all right, fair enough. Like, these are things that I can improve. You know, what you say might be right. Maybe I'll be a little ego hurt at first. Maybe my ego will be hurt at first, but you're right. Absolutely. I'm being shit right now. Not everyone can take that. I do think it's important to take the time to study and understand people and the way to come about it to bring that change. Of course, not everyone's going to be receptive, sadly. That's just the way it is. But little by little, we might be able to get them into the right direction. The best way, though, the best way I've found to start to open these people's minds is to lead by example, to not be a hypocrite, to be a man of your word, to really take responsibility and then show people the type of life that is possible when taking that responsibility. So that's my take. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps someone out there. Please like and subscribe. and I'll be seeing you later.